So I started making these mixtapes with all of these hate messages about people talking shit. And it became such a source of fuel that it was amazing, because I know why you hate me. You hate me because you're probably in the bed right now. You're probably an underachiever. You're probably somebody who doesn't want to do anything with your life.
In this insightful exploration, guided by the unparalleled wisdom of David Goggins, we delve into the realms of resilience, strategy, and the human spirit. This journey is divided into 5 segments, each uncovering essential elements of both personal and professional growth, and acting as a comprehensive roadmap to navigate the myriad challenges and opportunities life presents. We begin by examining how David skillfully balances accepting life's trials with avoiding complacency and success, providing a revealing look into pushing the boundaries of potential. The narrative then shifts to the nuances of the peril of success and managing expectations, highlighting the subtle traps of success and the importance of staying grounded amidst rising achievements. We also explore the intriguing interplay of mental toughness and humility, learning from David how these seemingly contradictory traits can coexist and synergistically build a foundation of true strength and leadership. Advancing further, the focus turns to the psychology of motivation, where we discover David's technique of utilizing foresight to fuel determination and resist the urge to surrender, concluding with the unconventional strategy of harnessing hate as motivation, understanding how David converts negative energy into a dynamic force for success, transforming adversity into a catalyst for triumph. This series promises not just an exploration of concepts, but a transformational experience, offering profound insights into overcoming life's obstacles and achieving greatness.
For me, the whole money part of it, it's not what it's about. I'm all about that growth, and that growth isn't in these massive paychecks for speaking to corporations, stuff like that. The growth for me is in that $12 to $15 an hour when you're out there and it's like 20 degrees and you're freezing your ass off and you're thinking, you know what? I don't need to be here anymore. And you start questioning yourself why you're here. And there's a lot of growth in that. Because most people think I'm just some animal who runs and yells and just says fuck and motherfuck all the time. And that's nowhere near the truth. That's maybe what they see in a 1-minute video, and that's what people believe. But there's a lot of thought behind a person being a born loser, becoming who I am today. You don't just wake up and just rocky the shit. You gotta wake up and think about, there's a process to getting better. And that process is never finished.
David begins by discussing the grueling daily routine and challenges he faced during his smoke jumping missions. These missions, demanding both physically and mentally, serve as a metaphor for the challenges we all face in life. David emphasizes that embracing these challenges head-on is crucial for growth. It's about pushing beyond comfort zones and discovering our true potential in the face of adversity. Delving deeper addresses the idea of capping success, a concept he fundamentally opposes. He advocates for the importance of continuous growth, arguing that setting limits on success only serves to hinder our true capabilities. According to David, success is not a final destination, but a journey marked by constant evolution, learning, and pushing beyond perceived boundaries. Moreover, underscores the significance of maintaining humility and staying hungry, even after achieving success. He stresses that complacency can be the biggest enemy of progress. His philosophy dictates that no matter the heights reached, one should always maintain the mindset of a student, eager to learn, ready to confront new challenges, and perpetually striving for improvement.
Because for me to help people out, I can't just say I did it once and I'm good. I have to continue to reinvent the wheel of the mind and figure out more and more ways for you to pull. Because if I have a cookie cutter message, it may hit 5 people out of 25. You just failed. my message needs to be in a way where I can hit all 25 people. It needs to be broad enough to where all 25 people may not like the message, but they're getting something from it. And that is evolution. You must continue to evolve. And you don't evolve, for me, in my job, unless I cap myself somewhere and say, okay, you made this much money, get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab, because that's where the knowledge came from.
David opens up about a rarely acknowledged danger, the comfort of success potentially making one complacent or soft. He argues that success, while a destination many yearn to reach, can paradoxically undermine the very drive and resilience that got us there. It's a cautionary tale about not letting the comfort of achievements erode the grit and determination that define true champions. He then delves into the crucial aspect of managing success and the expectations that come with it. David highlights that success isn't just a personal journey. It's often accompanied by the perceptions and expectations of others. Navigating this landscape requires a delicate balance, acknowledging the accomplishments while not being swayed by external pressures or losing sight of one's personal goals and values. Furthermore, David underscores the need for unique, strong-willed individuals in specific roles, citing himself and figures like Elon Musk as examples. These are individuals who not only challenge the status quo, but redefine what's possible. They serve as reminders that exceptional accomplishments often require unconventional minds, unyielding in their pursuit regardless of success in public opinion.
So it's important to stay hungry.
It's important to stay hungry, but it's important more to stay humble within that hunger. So while you're hungry, a lot of people are hungry, but humility is everything.
What was that story about William Crawford, the janitor?
Yeah. So this guy won the Medal of Honor. So he won the Medal of Honor, and which is the highest award in the military. And this guy went to the Air Force Academy, and he was a janitor. And no one knew who the fuck this man was. He had the highest award in all the military for heroics. For heroics, saving lives, putting his life on the line. Could have been killed. And he is now basically, cleaning shitters for young kids. And we can all imagine how that probably went. There's probably some, little bit of taunting here and there. And he just sat there and cleaned the shitter. So that's why he's in my trained humility part, because for this man to be at the level he was and have that kind of humility to go, I'm a Medal of Honor winner, but I'm gonna put that in my closet, and I'm gonna pick up my broom and dustpan, and I'm gonna pick up, this rag and clean this shit for these young men. That right there is amazing for me, man. That's where you grow. That's growth, huge growth. And also it shows that he was doing his job. He was a servant. He didn't look at himself any better than anybody else. And the second you do that, you totally lost. You cannot look at yourself like people with me even. I always look at people. I know where you are. I know where, because I've been there. That's why I help so many people out. I've never been above you. I've always pretty much been beneath you, and that's where my knowledge came from. So I know how to reach those people who are in the dungeon, because I've been there so many times.
He speaks to the heart of his journey, mental toughness. He articulates that this quality isn't just about enduring pain or overcoming physical challenges. It's about the resolve to confront inner demons, to push beyond perceived limits, and to constantly challenge oneself. Mental toughness, as David portrays, is the bedrock upon which he built his achievements, turning impossible into possible. David emphasizes the significance of humility in personal growth and achieving success. He suggests that humility isn't about diminishing oneself. Rather, it's a recognition of one's own humanity, the willingness to learn, and the openness to being wrong. Humility complements mental toughness, ensuring that one's successes don't breed arrogance, but rather a continuous quest for improvement and understanding.
What are the consequences of stopping?
Yep.
Is about as powerful of a motivation strategy as I can think of, you know? Because what you're doing is you're trying to optimize right now to stop the discomfort.
That's right.
But what you're going to pay for that in is shame and guilt and regret long term.
That's right.
So what you need to be able to do is bundle all of that up that is as yet unfelt, but will last for way, way, way longer. You know, the future is much longer than now.
That's right.
The future is going to extend out up until the day that you die. And the now is just for now. And even 130 hours is just 130 hours.
That's right.
And you get to look back. And do you look back with pride and glory? Or do you look back with shame and guilt?
That's it. That's the 1 second. You just summarized it right there. And most people fail those 1 seconds. And then that 1 second leads to 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of fuck. I have people who have been through training with me, Ranger School, SEAL training, Air Force training, and I get calls from them today. And they have great lives. And all they talk about is how they failed in that one moment. And they can't even enjoy their life now because they're now warm. They're now warm. There's no more suffering. There's no more suffering for me either. And we're in the same boat now. But you're suffering. So we're not suffering, but you're thinking about what you could have been. I am exactly what I should have been. And that's where people start to lose it. Because now I realize that in that 1 second. I go through all that. I know how it's going to feel because I failed so many times before. Failure is the ultimate thing, man.
David emphasizes the importance of projecting the future consequences of giving up. He challenges us to vividly imagine the long-term effects of quitting on our goals in life. This forward projection isn't about fear-mongering. It's about creating a clear, compelling vision of what's at stake, the dreams, aspirations, and self-esteem that could be forfeited by surrendering to the discomfort of the moment. David advocates for bundling the discomfort of the present. It's a strategy where you embrace the current pain and hardship, knowing that enduring them now will prevent a lifetime of regrets. He suggests that the temporary discomfort we face in pursuit of our goals is a small price to pay compared to the lingering pain of unfulfilled potential and missed opportunities. Lastly, David speaks to the profound significance of looking back on our lives with pride and glory, rather than shame and guilt. He encourages us to conduct our lives in a way that, when reflecting in our later years, we can proudly say we gave it our all, chased our dreams relentlessly, and lived without the shadow of what if.
Tell me about this mixtape of hate that you've made.
So what started happening is as you get bigger, as you get more successful, you open the door for people to critique every fucking thing you do. And most of the people who are critiquing you usually aren't where you are. And all their critiquing comes from people who are really at a low level of life, which is sad. But what we do, people who are on the upper level, hearing the haters at the lower level, like I said, you'll never meet a hater doing better than you. True statement. I started having fun with it. So I'll go through the comments. While most people don't go through comments, I go through them intentionally to look for the bad ones. And while I'll block and delete you because the people on my page don't need that negative energy, I'll block and delete you, but I take a snapshot on my phone and I put it in the archive. So what happens is there's days where I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do this today. And I'm like, oh, hang on. So I started making these mixtapes with all of these hate messages about people talking shit. And it became such a source of fuel that it was amazing because I know why you hate me. You hate me because you're probably in the bed right now. You're probably an underachiever. You're probably somebody who doesn't want to do anything with your life. So I make you question everything about yourself. So I'm going to continue making you question yourself by coming out here and being even more successful.
Goggins recounts how he began compiling mixtapes of hateful messages and criticisms. These mixtapes served as a stark reminder of the doubts and negativity that he was determined to prove wrong. Instead of drowning in the discouragement, David harnessed these messages as a reminder of the obstacles he was overcoming. Digging deeper explains the critical importance of self-motivation, especially in the face of criticism. He emphasizes that waiting for external validation or support is a path to disappointment. Instead, the key lies in using criticism as a driving force, a reason to push harder, go further, and rise above the expectations of others. David challenges the conventional response to hate and criticism. Instead of internalizing it as a negative force, he suggests flipping the script, using it as proof of the impact you're having and as a motivator to keep forging ahead. This mindset turns potential setbacks into steps forward, reinforcing David's philosophy of mental resilience and self-empowerment.